Yes, sir. So we would like to know about your precious words, and we would like to listen your precious words according to what is good teaching.
What is good teaching?
Yes, sir.
Actually, there is no simple reply to this answer. Right? Teaching is not an easy job. It is difficult. Alright. And it doesn't come automatically. Alright. One has to acquire, learn some skills in order to become a good teacher. Alright. And this good teaching involves many things. Like first of all, it requires interest from the person who wants to become a teacher. Whether or not you are interested in teaching, whether or not you take it seriously. There are some people who want to join maybe police department, but they do not get that job and they become teacher against their will. So they join this profession under compulsion. They are not teachers by choice, they are teachers by force, by compulsion. So it creates problems. Alright. And as you know that B.Ed is one of the programs that is say recommended for the teachers. Like you are doing ADE. Even in ADE there are many subjects that you have been learning, like teaching methodologies. It means a teacher, good teaching requires methodologies also. Teaching methodologies. What sort of techniques, method, way is required to teach the students. You are learning child development as well. Are you learning that subject? Child development, you need to understand the psychology of the student. If you understand that psychology, it makes your job easier and simpler. And very basic requirement of teaching is that content knowledge. First of all, the teacher who wants to teach something, he must have knowledge about that. Suppose I want to teach mathematics, I must have knowledge about that. Otherwise, I can't teach that subject. I have content knowledge, then I must be having methodology, technique, the way, how to transform, transmit, or deliver or transfer that information, that knowledge to the students.
Are the teachers well-wisher for human beings?
Teacher is the biggest well-wisher indeed for the human beings. Of course, you are right.
Without teacher, there is no concept of for human to being a good human.
Like there was a saying, I think John Ruskin has said that love and skill makes perfect masterpiece. Two things, love and skill. And the parents at home, they have only love for their children. They don't have skill. Parents, mother or the father, they both have the love only. Their heart is full of love for their children, but they cannot teach. Why? Why? Because they don't have skill. Simple is that. As far as teacher is concerned, a teacher should have both of the things. He must have love for the students he wants to teach, and he must have skill also. Because only love cannot serve a purpose. And either only skill cannot, I have skill, I know how to teach, how to transfer, but I don't have love. I don't love my students. I don't love teaching profession. I can't do it, I can't teach.
Are the teaching depends on parents or teacher?
Actually, three basic pillars are there in education. Three basic pillars. Alright? And these pillars are students, of course, parents, and teachers. These are the three pillars. And if you take away one pillar out of this, the whole education building will collapse. Alright? These three factors, three pillars are necessary and equally important. You can't say that this one is less important or this one is more important. All these pillars are important. What's the next question? Is it answered? This
Yes, sir.
question is it fine? Yes.
How many kinds of good teaching?
Kinds of teaching. As far as kinds of teaching is concerned, there is in education there is formal education and informal education. All right. Instead of teaching, there can be maybe kinds of learning, maybe independent learning, formal learning. Informal learning means you require a building, school building or college building, a classroom, proper setup. You require a teacher, books. Formal learning, formal teaching. Informal teaching, you are away in the society, you mix up with the people and you learn from them. Goes like that.
The second question, what are the basic methodology of good teaching? Methodology of good teaching.
Basic methodology of good teaching. Actually, it depends upon the mentality, psychology of the students. You are teaching at primary level, you must be having separate, different methodology. You are teaching like at primary level you can deliver lecture. Lecture is one of the methods, alright, and other methods may be the involvement of the students in activity-based learning. This is also a method these days, alright, in which you involve students in teaching and learning. Involvement or participation of the students is very important. At primary level, this method, this technique is very useful. It's very significant. Like here in our college, while we teach B.Ed, we depend on lecture method. This is one of the methodology or technique. Right. Somewhere it is useful, somewhere it is not. If you deliver a lecture at primary level to the students of primary, this method will not work. But this method can work when the students are adult, the students are grown up. For small kids, maybe at primary level or secondary level, you require different techniques, different methodologies. Like you have to make sure the participation of the students, involvement of the students.
Our third question is, what is cooperative learning?
Frankly speaking, as far as cooperative learning is concerned, I don't have any clear idea about cooperative learning. As I'm unclear about it, so I don't want to confuse you people.
Sir, last question. What are the qualities which a teacher can gain from parents to be a good teacher?
Teacher can gain from parents.
Yes, sir. What qualities, things?
I think number one quality that a teacher should gain or teacher should learn from parents is only love. Alright? The way the parents love their kids, the way the parents love their daughters and sons, we should adopt that attitude from parents. If you love your students, this is the one thing that you can learn from parents. Otherwise, you have to learn from other sources.
Yes.
From psychologists, from educationists, you have to rely on their experiences, their ideas and their theories.
That's all, sir. Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Thank you. That's it.
Done is done.